Black Boy Music.
So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Marion. Marion is the co-founder of Gweth Foundation. And I think I'll let her give us a better introduction of who she is and what you do as we start this conversation. Karibu sana to E Squared.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, the introduction, you've talked about a lot. I don't know what I did to deserve all that.
We are celebrating girl power.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. So I'm Marion, and I'm a co-founder of Gweth Foundation.
Yeah.
And just to start off, Gweth is a Luo word meaning blessing.
Okay.
So in a nutshell, we are trying to share what we have, however little, with the people around us. Yeah. So Gweth was initiated by two incredible ladies. And one of us is Lydia and I. And we are just proud that what we are doing is impacting someone else. And yeah, so just to talk about what we do, we have projects under Gweth. So initially we were thinking about just impacting the girls, adolescents from Homa Bay County with sanitary pads and menstrual health awareness and just mentorship. Like, Homa Bay is so notorious.
Yeah. You have made news on several occasions.
I know.
For all the wrong reasons.
Oh my goodness.
Unfortunately.
But right now we are on the right track.
Yeah.
If we have someone who's doing something towards that, it's a step towards the betterment of the community.
Yeah.
So at Gweth we do provision of sanitary pads, mentorship programs. We have livelihood programs for young adults, and we also have scholarships right now for higher performing students who are going to Form 1. Most of these are young kids from our program.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, within the foundation.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, you've mentored someone.
Yeah.
They have got very high marks.
Yeah.
They don't have capacity to go to high school. What do you do?
Yeah.
Do they just sit home and then you're like, we've done good?
Yeah.
Though it's a challenge, but I think we are trying our best to make the best out of the situation.
Yeah.
And then again, we also have after-school programs whereby, back in the village, we don't have electricity.
Yeah.
Most of the schools don't have as well. But we have a situation whereby these kids who are coming from unbalanced families, they can have a safe space where they can finish even their homeworks. Maybe you're not good in maths.
Yeah.
I know so many people are not good in maths.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So if you're not good in maths and you'd like to have better results to improve in your education, we have volunteer teachers who'd like to help. And
so
that is
their personal tutors.
exactly.
Okay.
Like more just if you like. So this is
Yeah. Go on.
okay. So any other thing you'd like to know?
What I would be willing to find out is you talked about a livelihood program for young adults.
Yeah.
What is all that about?
So livelihood program is geared towards impacting, school dropouts, young mothers.
Yeah.
Some of them are teenagers
because
we had someone give birth at 15 and even younger than that at class 8. And actually, Corona has done it it's too much right now.
Yeah.
So we are trying to have a production space where we produce reusable sanitary pads.
Okay.
And these are done by some of our participants. They are trained and then they work. So through doing this, we have products that we can sell at a affordable price. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that at least the people in our surrounding can afford them. And then we are able to pay these ladies so that they can take care of their kids. And so that they don't continue with the situation,
Yeah.
At least they have livelihood improved.
Yeah, so it's not a vicious cycle with even their little ones.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
actually. Yeah.
You see, because most of us, if you actually look at most young mothers, if they're not given a helping hand, that cycle kind of
continues
repeats itself.
Sadly.
Through their kids.
Yeah.
So I think that's an amazing job that you're doing.
Yeah, and then, and then we also have with Corona right now, people don't meet because it is what it is.
Yeah.
So we started last year.
Yeah.
It's a collaborative program where we have monthly webinar discussions.
Okay.
And so these discussions, we have guests from different expertise and fields and experiences, and we discuss all the topics surrounding menstrual health, mental health, and all that can impact our communities. So I think for this month, you guys are all welcome, and I'm
Where are you
hoping to
based?
see you.
In Homa Bay?
Yes, in Homa Bay, just the way I said.
Yeah.
In a very small shopping center called Mikai around Oyugis. Yeah, so
road trip. Talk about road trip.
Rural areas. Mostly you find that there are a lot of organizations in towns talk about slums and stuff. But back home, there's a lot of work to be done, and we are just a handful. So even you guys, if I know you're used to being in town, but then sometimes you should have a road trip down there and just tell someone that they matter and they can do better and go to the university and choose what they'd like to do in life.
True. That's
true.
Yeah. You're so young. And I don't know, you did something like you're sounding so passionate about. When did you actually start harboring even these thoughts that I want to help these young girls? Did you grow up in Homa Bay yourself?
Yeah.
Or here in Nairobi? Homa Bay.
Homa Bay.
Okay.
Born and bred in Homa Bay County.
Right.
And I left at Standard 5. We didn't have the CBC. So I left in Standard 5.
Watoto wanakuja sahi.
Yeah, and actually by then we were three young pupils.
Yeah.
We used to have number 1, 2, 3. It's either me or the two of them. I won't mention names.
Yeah.
And
Machokiwa class.
Exactly. So sadly, when I left later on, I asked, how is X? How is Y? And I was told one of us got married, she got pregnant, and she was really, actually, I used to look at her and I'm like, next term, I will be number 1. And I want to be like her. Yeah. And this happened to her. She was an orphan.
How old? How old was she when she was getting married?
I'm not sure, but at class 5, at standard 5, someone is like 10, 11.
Yeah. Around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So 11. And actually in the rural areas, sometimes you find that even class 5 is 13 or 15.
Yeah.
So I can't really know what her age was, really. Yeah. And then in my mind, I was like, do we have someone who can talk about these things, who can tell a girl that you have choices? You can see when someone is telling you something that you don't want, you can stand up.
Say no.
And say no.
Yeah.
Like you have a choice.
Speak.
Yes, exactly. And then again, about the boys, who is talking to them?
True.
Like the process, if we talk about the girls alone and leave out the boys, we are not doing well. So who's talking to them?
Yeah.
And then after going into high school and university, not before university, there was someone who was asking me, like, what do you want to do when you graduate? Because I in my mind, I knew I was going to be a graduate.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'd like to have like a place where I can support girls, I can take them to school.
Like it was always your dream when you were that young.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I think this article is even online.
Yeah.
There was this organization that was asking, what am I going to do? That was in 2016, I think.
Yeah.
And then I said, I'd like to take girls to school. And I wasn't even thinking about the capacity. Like, do I even have the capacity to do this?
Yeah, it requires resources.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, this is something that I'd like to do later on. And then we started taking people to school wasn't our issue actually, but our issue was to retain primary school girls in school and improve their performance, and actually they can go into further levels. Yeah. So it's a lot about, like, it started when I was still young.
The passion was just,
exactly.
It was a fire that was just burning.
Yeah, it was just waiting for its time to burst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's impressive.
Thank you.
Very, very impressive. Like, last week there was a lady here, Miss FBI. She's called Moisha. Yeah, and the same story. Like, she didn't have any, as in there was no ati I do. I go to the US and concentrate on my dance and forget about Kenya na shida zetu zote. She actually uses some of her proceeds to take kids to school.
It was about 60-40.
Yeah, 60% of that amount goes to those kids. And she is so young. She is so young. She really left me challenged. And you also, Yani, leaving me asking myself, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, you know. But you guys are doing an amazing job, and we celebrate you. This is why we are celebrating you. So in Homa Bay County, if you were to mention maybe like the top 3 reasons why girls, because you've talked about your main aim was retaining girls in school. Yeah. Why are they not? Do they get to a certain grade and then they drop out of school? And why is that happening? And at what point do they start dropping out?
That is so interesting, actually, and a very we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it happens that Homa Bay mostly is near the lakeside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and poverty is there. I know we don't want to talk about it, but it's there.
Yeah.
So girls, when they start being in puberty, from their puberty, so you start menstruating and you don't have like sanitary pads. And we have a lot of border rides. I know they're not like 100% bad. There is a percentage who are very sensitive about the society and what's happening. So you find that this girl doesn't have sanitary pads. They miss school even 3 times, 3 to 4 days a month. And someone comes and tells them, you know what, I can do this for you. And then after that, you can sort me out. And then the consequences from these processes is like the school dropout, HIV, you know.
It's a trickle down effect.
Even if you Google right now from the stats, it's really high.
That's true.
Exactly. And then they are pregnant, early pregnant. They are pregnant in an early age. And you find that when someone is pregnant at class 7 or class 6 or class 5, it's so hard. Like a child is having a child. They can't go back to school.
That's
because
true.
you find that they might be even the breadwinners of their family. Like not breadwinners per se, but they are from a child-led family. Or they are from a family that is affected. Maybe parent is HIV positive, so they can't go extra mile to,
they were looking to this child to uplift them.
Exactly. So this child is having a child. So who's going to take who care of who? Exactly. So you find that their life is stagnant, and we forget about what next. The next thing we hear is they got married to a certain boda guy, and then a lot is happening. They get HIV positive. It's too much. It's not only pregnancy, but the STIs are there, and then it's just not cool. On
this same issue, do you feel like the teachers are failing us? Are failing the girl child as well? Because I feel like it's also the responsibility of teachers in school. Because we've started a curriculum. We've introduced a curriculum where we teach our kids some of these things. We talk about sexual education, our menstrual health, some of these things. Do you feel like our I don't know whether it's the education system or our teachers that are failing, because I feel like they command a lot of authority in our children. So if maybe a class 5 child or a teacher notices this is what is happening, they have the power, to tell this girl, to sit this girl down, tell her this, you have these options,
So, okay, that is interesting. So what I think is happening is in our curriculum, if I didn't come with a book, but a class 5 science book has got health education. I can remember because I was really a higher performer in this. So what happens is they don't talk much about the exact things. In science class, you're only told about what changes when you're in puberty, what is expected of boys to grow, I don't know, voice, to deepen, and you girls to have breasts and stuff. And then you're like, And that is the time when a girl is in her puberty, when the breasts are coming on, and then the boys think that, now this is someone, she looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And then when you find a naive girl being told that they are beautiful,
And
and
maybe
apparently
they've never had it before from
Exactly.
anyone.
So parents has never told them they are beautiful, mostly fathers.
Yeah.
And they come to school. The teacher will tell them, they try.
Yeah.
They try.
Yeah.
And then the girl is like, so, okay, they've told me I'm beautiful. It's true.
Yeah.
So sometimes the teachers try. I don't think they're failing us, but I think this is a communal thing.
Yeah.
We need parents, we need teachers, we need this kid to be mentored as well, to be empowered, to be told what to do on what occasion.
Yeah.
And then we can have a balanced community. I don't think teachers are failing us. My father is a former teacher.
Yeah.
And, and most of the time I look up to him. So I can't say teachers are failing us.
Okay.
No.
All right. If they're, I hope they're actually doing what is needed to be done, like overall.
Yeah.
Not just, one or two teachers doing what is
and
necessary.
actually, just to add on that, most of my, at Gweth, most of our volunteers are teachers. And actually, most of these volunteer teachers are my former teachers.
Oh, wow.
Back in the village.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must be proud. They must be very proud of you.
We talk from time to time, and they are mentors as well.
Okay.
So, and there is this scenario last year. One of the teachers told me, we have a girl here, she's pregnant, and she's a candidate, and she's supposed to be giving birth. Her delivery date is kind of in April 2021. And when we discovered that she's expecting, and they talked, so the girl was suicidal.
Oh, no.
She didn't want to speak about it because she was also staying with her sister. So she didn't talk about the father of the child.
Yeah.
She's like, it's better I kill myself. So you find that the teacher is trying to get some words out of her, but then she's like, I can say embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus maybe she felt like she was letting everyone down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not the end of the road.
Yeah.
So what do you do in such a scenario? It needs someone who's trauma informed, who can talk about mental issues with this particular girl. And that's where Gweth comes in.
Okay.
What do we do?
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
Okay.
We can discuss on what areas, how can we support such a person.
Yeah.
So this is just one situation where a teacher is there and we are there and the girl is there, the community. We can even talk with the sister as well, because the sister had no idea her sister was pregnant. The elder sister.
Yeah.
She had no idea.
Yeah.
So you see, it's like we need the whole
Community and society around you.
to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a single person's effort.
Imagine you have a child,
Yeah.
and then you say, you go to school, the teacher will take care of you like 100%.
No, you can't do that.
You can't do
You
that.
can't do that.
Yeah.
It has to come from both of you.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a give and take
Yes.
situation.
Yes.
But so glad that this is what you're doing. The impacts. What impact have you felt so far and have you had so far in everything that you're doing in Homa Bay with those girls?
Thank you. Homa Bay is large, so we are situated around the Oyugis and Mikai Center. So right now we are with 3 schools, actually 5, because other girls joined. It's like the word is spreading through the participants. So what I can say right now is we have girls who can stand and talk about what they think. When we started, it was like when you talk to someone, they look down. You just talk, and then they're just like,
They're very meek.
exactly.
Yeah.
But they're very brilliant.
Yeah.
So, and right now, I can speak to someone and they look at me and they look me into the eye and tell me, I think we can do this and this and this. And then when we meet, you can even find someone dancing. Like, what do you like? I like dancing. Can you dance for us? And then they do that. Who's a singer? Who's a teacher? Well, what can you do? And then you find that they are coming up to speak.
Their confidence is being elevated.
Yeah. And we found out that some schools are, some pupils from other schools are way better, and some schools are kind of still looking down.
Yeah.
But we are striking a deal of like treating every person on case by case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then again, we have participants who have graduated from primary school and they really excelled. And we have some going to Form 1. They joined on 2nd of August. We are happy for that.
Yeah.
And we also have some who are candidates right now, and we are continuing with this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we are trying.
Congratulations. You're not trying. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, and then right now we are setting up how to train some of these young mothers on how to make, reusable sanitary pads and other what they like to do. I wish we had the capacity already, but it's a work in progress. I believe that we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
But we just started.
Baby steps.
Exactly.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
Baby steps. People say a journey of 1,000 miles starts with
1.
That's it. That's it. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Let me get to YouTube. I can see. Wow. Okay. Thank you, guys. I can see you all. I don't know whether these comments had been read. Okay, I think they had. So, Adeline Nanesha is saying, E-Square, thank you for celebrating women power. Thank you so much, Adeline. And Wanjawa Moshe, I see you. Way to go, Tori. I don't know whether that comment had been read, but thank you so much, Wanja. Bill Clinton, Achar. Hey, watu wako na majina. Bill Clinton, president, yeah? Go, Marion. Hoo-hoo. Yanakwambia, I think that's your very big fan.
Yeah.
Lydia anasema, go, Marion. Caroline is also saying, congratulations, Jaber. Go. Steve Biko is saying, I am proud of what you are doing, Marion.
Thank you.
Sorry. Ian is saying, how are you managing these programs from Nairobi?
I thank you for that. That is actually my life is between Homa Bay County and Nairobi. Yes. So with everything that is happening, we don't travel much.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm in Homa Bay, sometimes I'm in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I could not come last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there are people who are holding fort down there right now.
And actually how to manage is like we have volunteers on the ground.
Okay.
Hard-working volunteers.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're there 24/7.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, Lydia. Lydia is answering Ian Awambea. We have a lot of volunteers that are based in Homa Bay that we work with, and Marion travels a lot of times to see how things work there.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Lydia.
That's our co-founder.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hi, Lydia. You guys are doing an amazing job.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting the girl child. And even the boys in the community, they need our help. Sorry, they actually need our help. So, okay, Ian anasema he's proud of you girls, and if you can be part of a project in Homa Bay all the way from Sweden and Nairobi, good job. Good job. So Lydia ako Sweden. Hey, tuko diaspora, guys. diaspora.
We try.
You guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Before I let you go, I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned, when we started, you mentioned that you get scholarships for the girls who are going to Form 1, yeah?
Yeah.
How have you been able to get these scholarships?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not easy. So we talk to our networks. I talk to my mentors and I tell them what the situation in the ground. It's not easy for someone to just give you their hard-earned money. So they have to believe in what you do first.
Yeah.
They have to see results.
That's true.
Have you done something?
Yeah.
What is the progress? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
And what are the, do you have even accounts? Book of accounts, they call it.
Yeah.
So is it something that you can talk about? Are you honest about what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
So we are trying to do that with our very humble, kind networks. Actually, it's just our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless them, because
Amen.
that's actually a very noble thing to do. Like,
Exactly.
friends who are supporting.
Yeah.
Guys, these guys have a website. You can check it out. Gweth Foundation. You'll find all the projects that they're doing.
Yeah.
Check it out. Find out how you can plug in if you want to support.
Volunteer.
Yeah, you can volunteer.
You can donate.
Mm-hmm.
You can get in touch. There is a phone number there. And there is an email address.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's communicate. Let's change the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one girl at a time. At a time.
One life at a time.
That's
whether
what's
boy
up.
or girl.
Boys or girls.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Marion, for
Thank you.
coming to the show. We are celebrating the work that you're doing.
Yeah.
We are truly honored for even having the time to come. I know you're you're a busy person.
I'm humbled. I'm really humbled.
And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Keep mentoring those girls. They need a lot of awareness and empowerment, and to be shown that the world is theirs to conquer.
Yeah, and start from where you come from.
You start from.
We started from the school I went to, so
yeah.
So we work from there, going towards other schools. Yeah. But this is a partnership between us and public primary schools, because this is the area that mostly are affected by what we are trying to counteract.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to support you guys, what is the very pressing need that you have right now?
We need people, in capacity-wise, we need volunteers. And these volunteers should come from Homa Bay, or if they are from any other place, they should be able to have phone calls with their mentees. We can see on how to get them with, smartphones, through their caregivers or teachers, And then we also need people who know how to do fundraising, because without funds, we can't get them to school. The fees are really high this time. I don't know what's happening.
That's true. I actually saw the ministry. Was it ministry that was asking schools to specify why their school fees has, shot high, as opposed to what has been indicated in the curriculum. In the notice.
Yeah, and then you get to, for a Form 1, you have to buy a lot of things. So apart from school fees, how are they going to get there? Do they have the necessary stuff? Yes, we have sanitary pads for the girls. What else? Because you can't just go to school with sanitary pads and school fees. No. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have heard it. This is Marion. And if you guys want to contact her, as she has mentioned, there are contact numbers on her website, Gweth Foundation.
www.gwethfoundation.co.ke.
Yeah, Gweth is spelled as Gweth. Gweth.
Exactly.
Gweth Foundation.
Yeah.
You'll find all the contacts there. Reach out to her and support in any way that you can. But we are so honored. We are truly honored that you could show up. And thank you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.